And last class we discussed on CSS by ID, by class, right? So any questions till now? That are you all good with so ID, name, class, link text, partial link text, CSS by ID, CSS by name, by class? Are you all good? Got enough practice on that? And also I have given a lot of programs on WhatsApp. Are you practicing them? Nirmala, Rajeshwari, are you practicing?
Uh, how to I did
Yeah, practice.
worked on that, Ramesh, yet, but I will share you day or two.
Okay. Yeah. So Java is very important. Again, I'm telling you. So every day one program, at least one program. You should not give up the Java. So you have to create the methods, not under main method. Don't create under main method. Create the method and then call it. So different
Jay,
type of methods you create, static methods, non-static methods, and then call it. So that's a practice. That's a practice you need to do. So
చిన్నగా
that
మాట్లాడినానా
what will happen is your previous topics will revise. You see, once you create a non-static method, your object will cover. How to call the methods will cover. And try to call in another package, that also will cover. So these are that you have to make a practice. Then only it is possible to remember the Java. Otherwise, it's difficult to remember. Just writing on the main method is nobody accepts. No use for you. That's what I want to say. Okay. Anyhow. So ID, name by CSS ID, by CSS class. Okay. With any attribute, now we'll try with any attribute, you can identify in CSS with a single attribute. There are multiple attributes also you can use. First, we'll see with a single attribute how to identify. CSS equal to tag name, square bracket, attribute name equal to single quote attribute value. So this is the one formula with a single attribute. There are multiple attributes. You can give multiple attributes also. CSS equal to tag name, square bracket, attribute name equal to value, square bracket close, square bracket starts, attribute 2 equal to value. So these are you can use multiple attributes of same tag. Tag means an element. Tag means it's an element. Tag means it's an element. So let's see these two. You can use any attribute. You can use a name, you can use ID, you can use a class, you can use SRC, you can use href. It's up to you what attribute. That's why a generic formula, this one. This is the generic formula. And you just replace, like in our studies, we remember, you remember there is a formula A plus B whole square in mathematics. A square plus B square plus 2AB. Same formula I'm giving here in CSS. Just replace tag name place, you replace tag name. For that element, what is the tag? Then square bracket. In this tag has which attribute and that attribute value within single quotes. Within single quotes. So that is the very, very simple. If you remember these formulas, you can write any element identification. Okay, so that's the one very important concept. And let's go and see this. I want to go here, sign in page. I'll go to sign in page. The input type, ID login 1, name login. So right, name we didn't use in the CSS, right? Let me use name. I'll use a first formula. What is that formula? CSS equal to tag name square bracket attribute equal to attribute value. That formula I'm going to apply for this. For this element, I'm identifying username edit box. So let's try it out. Add new row, 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 like that. So CSS equal to tag name. What is the tag name for edit box? You need to remember them. You should not see here. If edit box means what is the tag? Input.
Input.
That's it. That's how you need to remember that. If fixed, it doesn't change. Any edit box, checkbox, radio button, it's all going to be fixed. Every time it will be input only. It's not going to change. You take any website. That's a fixed concept. These HTML tags are fixed. So attribute I'm using name equal to attribute value. What is the attribute value? Single quote, login. See, which element it should identify? Username edit box. See, it is highlighting. You take anything. See, I'm identifying this one. ID is there, class is there, title is there. I'll use the title. See, I can use any attribute. CSS equal to tag name. What is the tag name here?
In
Im. Square bracket. Title. Attribute name is title equal to title value. See, highlighting, right? Are you able to see all? See, I used the title.
Yes.
It's up to you, whatever you want. Even class also you can use here. See, let me show you even class also. I'll just show you a few of them, okay? Not all. Anything you can use. Class equal to the class value. What is the class value?
I icon.
I icon. So it is highlighting, right? So that's the, let me use one more attribute, right? For this itself, I'll show you second attribute. ID equal to ID value. So even both attributes you can use because this CM tag has ID and class. That's I use it here, class and ID. Even you can use one attribute, even you can use both. When you can use both, for example, one attribute is common to between two or more elements. To distinguish one element, you will use other attribute. That's where this attributes, more than one attribute concept will come into picture. Clear? Okay. Hmm. All are silent. I'll take it as a understandable. Next, how to write in WebDriver? You know already, right? So we are writing them in WebDriver. How to identify the elements? All of them. Same we have seen. So web element, that one. This is the one. I icon. Okay. You have to write I icon. So whatever we have written, you can use the same. From here you can use, because CSS already we mentioned by dot. That's a CSS selector. Only value you need to mention in the double quotes. Clear? Any doubt on this? So we need to mention only this is the locator name and the value you are mentioning within parentheses. This is the parameter value, argument. This is the argument. So this is the all static methods. All these are static method. By is a class.
The market of the
By is a class.
now the
Class dot static method. How do you know, sir? This is the method. See, class name starts with a capital letter. So these are all, if you follow the rules, and you can easily tell, okay, this is the class. And this is the class name dot method. How can you call? Which method you can call class name dot with the static method only you can call. So class name dot static method, parenthesis, and the argument value, parameter value. Okay. So that is the how to write this CSS selectors. See, these are all, again, I told you, everything Java, every line Java. Object reference, dot, method name, then a value. Okay, so that's the complete Java concepts. Everywhere Java concepts. I told you from line 1 onwards Java concepts in WebDriver. Okay, so how to identify the header text? So let's go and see header text anywhere we have. We might have header text. So I will go back. I'll go back here and shopping. Oh, it is taking to Tata Click. Let me see it as a H1 tag. This is the div tag. Iframe. Business right? Hmm. We go to a different website, okay? ebay.com. Advanced. I think this is a this also do. Hmm. Yeah. So you got H1 tag right here. So any H tags, if you want to identify in CSS, simply write like this. CSS equal to that's just tag name. That's it. Right? Just a tag name. So what happened? See, it is identifying, but not highlighting. Here, some places it won't highlight. That's another bigger problem. So we have to see which one it will highlight. This one. So H2, let me see, H2 will highlight or not. This also not highlighted. And, so here, let's see this one at least. This also not highlighted. They are using strong. This one, they are using image. This is strange. Create account. This also I think H2. Let's see. I hope this should recognize. Not highlighting. So we have so many H2s, it's not highlighting. So we need to find out which website we can get that. Uh, so let's see this one. So why it's not highlighting? But it is, identifying. Okay, so it's identifying. You can try it out on any websites you have. So we can try it out. How you can try it is, because this is not clickable, right? We cannot try also. If something is clickable or anything, you can type there and you can easily, track it out. The paragraph. So it's not working out. Jobs. Let me see this one. Yeah. So finally, not highlighting. It's just, let me grab the text, okay? Get text is not there. Set, not, we want to get text. YM, get text. Which get text is not there. I don't know why. So either ways, it's highlighting, but it's not highlighting. It just, see, you're getting here means it is recognizing that element. So that's one option. I don't want to waste time here. It's very simple. The H1 tag. So before I used to do, so in this website, but that is not there now. Okay. So next one, how to recognize a dynamically changing web element. This is the very, 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 very important interview question. Without this question, there is no interview at all. So in Selenium, how can you identify dynamically changing web elements? So you can tell this answer by using CSS and XPath. You can identify dynamically changing web elements in the web page. So where are they? So what is meant by dynamically changing web elements? So dynamically changing web elements means what? The element properties going to change.
Attribute values keep on changing, right?
Attribute values and text, they keep on changing. So to recognize such kind of elements, so we need to use these concepts. So star, caret symbol, and dollar symbol. So star means contains. Contains means any partial attribute value or partial text. It can be anything partial. So that kind of things, if you want to identify, this is the best option. So in CSS, you have to write like this: CSS locator name equal to tag name square bracket attribute name star equal to single quote attribute value, very fixed one you have to give. Constant one you have to give here, not changed portion. Constant portion or a substring you provide in between single quotes. So that's the formula. So what is meant by caret? Caret symbol means starts with. So if your element is dynamically changing, but the element value starting portion is constant, end portion is changing, then you can use this. With the starting part, you want to identify your element, then you have to use this one. CSS equal to tag name, square bracket, attribute name, so caret symbol equal to single quotes attribute value. Next, CSS equal to this is the one example. I'll show you that. Ends with. So dollar symbol. CSS equal to tag name square bracket attribute name dollar equal to single quotes end attribute value. So end attribute value. So that is the end attribute value you can use. So these are the three. So CSS formulas we can use. Let's go and practice these three CSS formulas. And here we have that such kind of scenarios. And you can identify. So in the Rediff, we have a Rediff account. So here everything dynamically changes. In the create Rediff mail account, everything dynamically changes. So you take this check availability button. So you have a type, name. So all the name attribute values in this web page dynamically changes. Suppose, for example, if you use this and then revisit this page again, and it will fail. It won't recognize. Okay, it won't recognize. See, I'm using name locator. So that means you cannot use name locator so for this web element. See that? First time it will recognize element is not found. Okay, single quote is not required for see, it is highlighting, right? Now just revisit the page. Revisit means refresh the page. That means you're reloading the page. If you reload the page and try to reproduce with the same locator value, it will see it won't recognize now. So what you got? Element is not found. Why? Name I used previously, it worked. Right now it's not working. Why? So this value is changed. This value is changed. You can observe this. So what was the previous value and what is the current value? You can see now. So where is the change you can capture now? So I'm just checking why it is not identifying. This is how you need to triage. Even if your element is not recognizing, even though that is correct. So you can see that. Till here it is correct. But later see this. So that means the current value is this one, not this one. That means it is changing, right? So half portion is not changing, remaining portion is changing. So how can you handle such kind of things? That's what I told you. You can use contains formula, and I'll show you all three how to use that. So let's say same. I'm not going to use name. Name is not applicable for this element. Name locator you cannot use, but class locator you can use. Value attribute value you cannot use directly, right? You can use in the formula that I have given a single attribute formula. There you can use. But I want to use name. If such kind of dynamically changing values are there, just write this formula. CSS equal to tag name is input, square bracket, name star equal to, so what is the value? So the unchanged portion. This is the unchanged portion in both. Give that unchanged portion. Now click on the, see, even if you refresh also, it will work. This is the kind of object identification you need to build, not the one it is going to change. See, I'm refreshing. I'm reloading the page. Say, still it recognizes. Same I can write with starts with. Starts with means what? Which one you need to use? Caret? symbol. So that's the starting part, right? BTNI is the starting part. Can I use check avail, CHK with this caret symbol? Can I use CHK avail? Can you use or not?
No.
No, sir.
Star we can use contains.
Contains you can use, but not.
Capital.
So if
Adhe,
I use CHK avail, it will throw error. It will throw error.
No.
Star I used, okay, not star, right? Caret symbol. I need to use caret symbol.
Carrots.
See, it is failing. Element is not. So that means star will work with any value, but caret symbol doesn't work. Caret symbol, you should starting value only, it will work. So that's the difference between starts with and contains. Contains means anywhere, but a fixed value, not unchanged portion. But caret means only starting part of this attribute. Whichever attribute you are taking, that start part here, not the second part of that attribute value. So that is the how to handle dynamically changing elements in CSS and in Selenium. That's the answer you have to give.